Sam here with Happily Hook. So today we're doing another stitch tutorial. I'm going to be showing you how to do the tulip stitch. So this is a really pretty textured stitch. It is fantastic for washcloths. It's one of the main stitches I use when I'm making washcloths or hand towels or things like that. It also looks gorgeous in garments. So if you're making a cardigan or like a robe or a sweater, it's beautiful. It's drapey, it's light, it's loose, but it's still dense enough that you can't see all the way through it. Depending on the size yarn you use, you might want to wear a tank top if you're making a sweater, but you do you, doesn't matter to me. But yeah, so I'm gonna grab my hook and my yarn and we'll get started in just a second. Hi friends, real quick, when you click the link below to join Happily Hooked magazine, not only do you get to join the happiest place on earth for crocheters, you're also gonna get these amazing hooks and this amazing project bag that I use every single day. So click the link below and subscribe today and I'll see you in the community. Bye! Alright, so like I said, today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to do this stitch. It's called the tulip stitch, and I use this a lot for like washcloths. It also is beautiful in scarves, cardigans. It looks really pretty in too. As you can see, like the sides of it aren't straight. That's just the way that these stitches work. But you can add a border to it to straighten it out, or you could start your stitches in a little bit more, but I'm not going to show you how to do that today. I'm just going to show you how to do the basic tulip stitch. So today we're just using some big twist value that I got. This is in the color medium rose and then a 5mm crochet hook. So we'll move this out of the way. And then to start this, we're just going to do our slip knot, and then we want to chain in multiples of 4. So you can make this as big as you want. You just keep going, but you just want it to be in multiples of 4, so we're going to do 20. So we have our 20, and now in the third chain from the hook, we're going to double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to double crochet in the third chain. So that'll put 2 double crochets for us there. Then we're going to chain 2, and then in the stitch right next to it, so we've got our double crochet here. In this stitch, we're just going to single crochet. And then we're going to skip 2 stitches. We're going to put 2 double crochets, chain 2, and then in the stitch right next to that the 2 double crochets, we're going to do a single crochet. And then we skip 2, and we put 2 double crochets in that third chain. Chain 2, and single crochet in the stitch right next to it. And we just repeat this across. So we'll skip 2, put 2 double crochets, chain 2, and single crochet all the way to the end. So we've got our first row done, and it looks like this. And then we chain 2. And now for every row after this, starting with this row, we're just working in these chain 2 spaces. So you don't have to worry about working in any of the stitches. We're just going to work in the chain 2 spaces. So we have our chain 2. We are going to put 2 double crochets, a chain 2, and a single crochet all in that chain 2 space. And then go to the next chain 2 space and put 2 double crochets, a chain 2, and a single crochet. And that's all we do for every row after the first row. And like I said, you can make this as wide as you want. This would be a beautiful blanket, like a baby blanket. You could do this with like a color pooling yarn. That would be stunning, or a cake. You could do this as a scarf. You could do this as a washcloth. And then we got to the end of our row and we just chain 2, turn our work, and we keep going. So now we'll go in this chain 2 space. And then we go into this one, and we just keep repeating this back and forth all the way across. And it starts to build like this. So the stitches face this way, and then they face this way, and they keep rotating for your rows. So we've got the stitches going here, the stitches going here, and the stitches going here. And it gives us this really pretty pattern back and forth. But yeah, so I hope this tutorial helps. If you have any questions, leave those in the comments below. With the adding borders to it, it gets kind of tricky, and it really depends on your personal preference. If you're going to just do a straight border and kind of block it out to make it straighter, or if you're going to do like different textured stitches on the ends, or it's very dependent on how you crochet it. So it's kind of tricky to do a tutorial on that, but it is possible. It's just a little tricky because as you see, it kind of like bubbles on the ends, which I think makes a really beautiful blanket, but some people want it to be straight, especially if you're doing this as a cardigan. Personally, what I would do is I would just leave it and then just seam it together, and it kind of like pulls itself into the straight. Like I would grab this chain stitch here and pull it over. But yeah, so that is the tutorial for our tulip stitch. If you have any questions, like I said, just leave those in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!